Hey guys, it's Jay from Skull Gaming Network. Welcome to another MLB Perfect Inning 2019 video, and welcome to this week's maintenance, update, and new event guide. Yes, we are getting an update tonight. Maintenance is starting. It says around 11 a.m. Korean time and going for 6 hours. So I believe this is 10 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Pacific, and again, it goes 6 hours, so that would be until 4 a.m. Eastern. Or 1 a.m. Pacific. You can't use the game during maintenance. And what are we getting? We're getting build update version 2.1.6. That's where there is an actual update. We'll get to that information momentarily. And then they're adding the new event, the Mother's Day event, if you can't tell by the video title. And they're ending the existing event. Alrighty, so now we have the update information here. They're going to show what they're adding with build version 2.1.6. Number one, they're adding a mega draft. This is interesting. I don't know what it will have. I don't know what it will cost to get a mega draft, if it's obtainable for free and or for a very reasonable price. There's a good chance that you'll see a mega draft on my channel pretty soon after it releases. It looks like what it says is, without the use of separate goods, 5 is the first confirmed players and draft products are available to buy. So it looks like you get 5 really good players in a mega draft for whatever the cost is. And then for card opening, it says draft can be opened without a separate purchase procedure. The opened draft is held for 2 hours, then reopened, but it can be reopened when consumed. I'm, again, very confused about this. I'll try to do some kind of follow-up on what the mega draft actually is when I'm able to. And then it says there's a player protection function. So what it looks like to me is you might get 5 players on the screen. And then you would choose players you want to protect and keep. Then you could re-roll on players you wanted differently. And the players you want to re-roll differently on, you might pay, it looked like diamonds. So again, I don't understand this, but as I'm reading through, I'm gathering bits and pieces. So my understanding of the Mega Draft at this point is there's 5 cards on the screen. You would pick the cards you want to keep. If there's cards you want to re-roll for, you can pay diamonds to re-roll. And then once you have cards you want, you say that's it, and you get the cards. That's how I understand it. Now the initial fee to use a mega draft, I'm unclear on still, but it looks very interesting to me for sure. So it says, at the time of purchase, the 5 players will go to the mailbox, and you can only get a mega draft once every 12 hours from what I'm reading as well. Number 2, they're adding a new super special price system. So they're going to have 25 player drafts and packages sold. It looks like as a semi-permanent feature of this game. Now, 25 player draft, one of the best features that you would have to pay money for in this game, in my opinion. They're adding it back on a semi-permanent basis. And then number 3, they're giving us a live update. They're updating stats of current players, and they're adding in a few new players. They're adding Vlad Jr., they're adding Fernando Tatis Jr., and then they're also adding the April Live SE players. They're changing something with the iOS security module, and then they're doing some minor tweaks to simulation modes, fixing something where players over 2.1 billion GP couldn't be recruited properly, and they're fixing cumulative and continuous attendance problems. We can take a quick look at who the Live SE batters and pitchers are going to be. Most of these cards in the 86 to 90 range, a few 91s for the Player of the Week and Month winners. Any cards of intrigue? Eduardo Escobar has some nice third baseman cards for the Arizona Diamondbacks. I wish he had cards that good for the Twins. As a biased Twins fan, not gonna lie. Besides that, Eloy Jimenez getting an 85 overall card already for the White Sox. Disappointingly, as a Twins fan, there is no Willians Astudillo Live SE card. There's some nice Peter Alonso cards coming to the game. He's already getting a 91 overall and an 88 overall. And additionally, he has a nice base card. I believe it's only a 63, but monstrous hitting stats. Fernando Tatis Jr.'s base card is going to be a 68. And the Padres also get an 89 overall Live SE for Fernando Tatis Jr. No Live SE card yet for the Padres for Manny Machado. As one of the biggest offseason movers, the Phillies do not get a Live SE card for Bryce Harper either. They simply get JT Realmuto. Still a very nice card, and I believe that's 100 overall throwing, which is crazy good. And then they get a Rhys Hoskins card that honestly, at this point in the game, with all the other Rhys Hoskins cards out there, is pretty worthless. If I didn't talk about your team, I don't mean anything personal against them. I was just trying to highlight a few interesting players in the April Live SE batter market. For the Live SE pitchers, let's see who is interesting on this list. I know Cubs fans will be happy to get a Brandon Kinsler card. I'm not sure if he has one for the Cubs or not, but he does now. By now I mean tomorrow. Wade Miley gets a starting pitcher card with the Astros to just add to their starting rotation. The Twins get a Jose Barrios and a Trevor Hildenberger. Hildenberger will be a submarine sidearm type guy, so he will join the ranks of guys like Brad Ziegler, Steve Cishek as just those funky sidearmers people don't really want to see. Edwin Diaz gets a nice card with the Mets. And then a card we'll see for the month of May is, of course, the Mike Fiers no-no special card. Congrats to Mike Fiers starting his second career no-hitter last night. Very impressive achievement, and I look forward to that card being added for the month of May. And last but not least, we have the Mother's Day special event guide and information. So we'll see everything that comes with this event. It'll basically go the whole week. So from after maintenance tonight until maintenance next Wednesday. What are we getting exactly, though? Number one, it looks like the reinforced trainer bonus probability will be tripled for boosting. Number two, if I'm reading this right, is that the cost for boosting will be decreased by 30% for the next week. So again, my classic example is a card that would cost 1 billion GP to boost will only cost 700 million GP in player value to boost for the next week. That'll be good for me trying to get that Washington Nationals team off the ground. If you don't know what I'm talking about, first episode of that new series dropped yesterday, so feel free to check it out once we get through this. Number three, the probability for ranking up will be tripled for the next week. Number four, with that, the bonus from staff and materials, that's the bonus, whether you have a player that's a higher overall than you need or a staff member that's a higher star rank than you need, that bonus will be doubled on rank ups for this next week. For those of you interested in ranking up your players to 1 star or 2 stars or even 3 stars. Number five, the perfect probability for training is going to be tripled for the next week. Number six, during training points will be discounted by 50% for the next week for what you need for a successful training attempt. So if it would cost 2,000 training points for that plus 10 training level, it will only cost 1,000 training points per attempt for this next week. Number seven, you can trade in equipment you don't need for an A-plus trainer for boosting for this next week. Instead of costing 20,000 points like it has previously, it'll cost 30,000 points next week to get an A+ trainer for your excess equipment. Event 8, there's going to be a pink baseball event for Mother's Day. Not too surprising. You can get a free pink ball box every 6 hours. It says pink balls boxes 11 to 20. You can get 2 pink balls. So you might get 1 at first and then 2. I'm not exactly sure how that's going to break down. But then also for logging in every day, you'll get 10 pink baseballs on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, 100 pink baseballs on Sunday and Monday, and then 10 more pink baseballs on Tuesday and Wednesday. That's 250 for free. And then you will have the boxes as well. The awards for getting these pink baseballs, for 50, it looks like you get 100 million GP. For 100, you get an A or maybe an A+ trainer. Not totally sure. For 200, you get an 88+ draft. For 300, you get an April Live SE pack. For 400, you get a World's Best 90+ pack. For 500, you get a Milestone 92+ pack. And for 600, you get a Franchise 92+ pack. And then last but not least, Club versus Club this weekend is both Saturday and Sunday. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to leave a like. If you're new around here, subscribe for more MLB Perfect Inning 2019 content. In the comments, let me know your thoughts on the new update, on the new event, on the new Mega Draft, on anything you'd like to see brought to the channel. I'll respond to as much of it as I can. I was busy for a couple weeks, which is why I wasn't the most responsive for a while. I'm getting back into the swing of things again. I really want to be responsive and active as I can be. So hopefully you guys can look forward to and at least mildly expect that from me. But with that being said, that is going to do it for this video, guys. MG from Skull Gaming Network. Thank you so much for watching. And until next time, and as always, peace out.